Bryce Young, though.
Taking QB1 reps.
Bryce Young.
With Carolina.
Elevated to QB1 for Carolina. Watch out for this kid. I'm going to tell you right now, man.
You like Bryce Young? You think he's going to be the truth of the NFL?
I wish Bryce Young was my fan. I wish he was my son. Not only do I wish Bryce Young was I wish Bryce Young would marry my daughters.
There you go.
Both of them.
Well, then they'd have to move to Utah if that were the case.
I don't care. I'll make it legal. I'm like, hey, Bryce is Bryce. Y'all need to share him. He's good. I love Bryce. I love smart players, man.
Yeah.
Bryce Young is smart. And I'm not surprised by that move with Frank Reich to elevate him to QB1. I mean, he's going to be, as long as this is big, stays healthy. Obviously, we saw that with Tua. How about the Alabama quarterbacks lately, man?
Having a little run.
Having a run. If Tua can stay healthy. But Bryce Young, I'm telling you, out of all those quarterbacks, man, Bryce Young is going to be the truth. Because he knows what to do with the football, when to do it with the football. He knows when to run. He's not a running quarterback, but he can run. He's always looking down the field. He's just smart. It was rare in the 2 years that Bryce Young was the starting quarterback for the Alabama Crimson Tide that I saw Bryce Young like, what are you doing? I may have said that maybe once in the 2 full seasons that he played there. Of course, winning the Heisman Trophy 2 years ago. And I actually had a Heisman ballot this year, and I picked him third this year, even though he missed some games, because he's just that good. He means that much to that team. And so I got in trouble because I said something on Twitter, like he didn't have any wide receivers like he had, in years past.
Yeah, true.
He had no wide receivers. Wide receivers weren't stepping up. Mm-hmm. He had a pretty good tight. He obviously had Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield, and Jahmyr Gibbs is a weapon. But man, if you really looked at it, Jahmyr Gibbs didn't even really play a lot of times on third down, even though he's a third down back too, because of pass protection, and he had issues in that. But Bryce, man, despite the leaky line, despite not having wide receivers to throw to, Bryce made all the right plays. And that's what I want to see out of my quarterback. If you have a quarterback, whoever your team is, how many teams you got, TJ? No matter how many quarterbacks and how many teams you got, you want your quarterback.
One, Mike Hill, NFL one.
Well, we were talking about college.
We're talking about college,
TJ. Well, yeah, you get like 6. What are you talking about? Like, I don't understand how you can be a Penn State and Pittsburgh fan too, and then Florida State. Like that. I was with you for a second, bro. I was like, and then because you explained it all, like I was born here, and then we went to games here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I saw Florida State, and I saw Deion Sanders with his Jerry curl. It was wet, but it was really dry. On Sports Illustrated, and I became primetime.
And that did it. That was it. Just those 3.
I still don't get it, man. That makes. Anyway, back to my point. You want a quarterback on your team that's going to make the right decisions. I don't care how great, like Josh Allen. Who's a Bills fan here? Anybody a Bills fan?
Actually, Mike Hoskins in the back.
Yeah, Bills fan. Our producer, Mike Hoskins, he's a big Bills fan. And, he's going to be on the cover of Madden this year. Led the league in interceptions last year.
Did.
Trying to do too much. And there's nothing wrong with trying to do too much. I like gunslingers, don't get me wrong. I like Brett Favre and guys like that. I don't mind every now and then throwing an interception if you're trying to make something happen. Big Ben, who used to hold on to the ball too long, trying to make something happen. Josh trying to make some things happen. I like that. But at the same time, there have been so many times where I've seen you, especially in the red zone, in critical situations, man, make the right play. Bryce Young makes the right play. He's going to be a superstar in the NFL, and he's going to be a multiple-time Pro Bowler and an All-Pro. I guarantee it. Lock it in.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.